Next up will be the third section of the boys 14 and under 16 mile race. You might see some fast times here because some of these guys are already running on the high school level. Section 3, bib 1, Gregory McLinn. 2, Calvin Telefero. 3, Davis Johnson. In bib 4, Jed Warshaw. In lane 5, David Swanson. Lane 6, Alexander Butcher. Lane 7, Orlando Pina. In lane 8, Johnny Cacciatore. 9, Jonathan Lawton. 10, Philip Evans. 11, Deverens Valson. 12, Chase Smith. And 13, Joseph Castelvi.
So one of the Cacciatore brothers from Holy Trinity right in the middle of this pack of the competitors in this mile run. Johnny Cacciatore. Had a chance to see him run throughout the cross-country season. I'm fairly familiar with him and some of these other folks we've seen on the high school level as well.
Gotta love the Cacciatores. His brother brought me points during our fantasy season.
That's right, that's right. Tell me how much fun that was, Darren. You know, you pick your team, your 7 guys, you trade them in and out, and you know, at the end of the season, hopefully you've had a good run and made a lot of friends and learned something along the way.
Still slightly bitter about adding on that meet that 1 week.
Well, we called an alibi and added on, was it FL Runners that we decided to add on?
Added on FL Runners. Without FL Runners, I would have been the champion. With FL Runners, I was 3rd. Didn't want to lose my guys.
You know, I was pretty happy with the run that I had throughout the season. All my guys really stepped it up. And who was the champion again of the league meet? That's right, it was me, Dr. Bob. Getting the win in the inaugural Fantasy Cross Country League back in the fall. I was pressed there at the end, though. Several guys trying to make a run during the state meet coming up, try and snatch victory. So here we go. Time to beat 5:51 from that previous heat. Out fast once again.
Meters, he goes through in 29 seconds. That's faster than my 200 PR. We have no name on him as I believe he was probably a late entry.
Well, now we see if the chase pack can start to make up some distance on him and bring him back and slowly reel him in. No need to do it in a lap or two. You've got 1,400 meters still left to work with. Looking very good through 400, though.
63 seconds. It's going to be Deverens Valson. Running about 4:12 pace. Number 7 in second, that's Orlando Pina. His little brother just got 3rd in the last race, followed by Jonathan Lawton. So we've got Devens, Pina, and Lawton.
Well, that lead about 50 meters. We'll see if it starts to narrow as this race gets later and later. 2 laps down. Now we start to see some of these runners in 2nd and 3rd narrowing that gap between the leader and themselves. Pretty soon they're going to be right up on the leader.
It's Deverens, Pina, Lawton, Cacciatore, and Philip Evans.
Alrighty, we have a new leader down the backstretch. Leader out in 63 and paying the price here.
It's going to be Jonathan Lawton, followed by Orlando Pina.
So now it's interesting. The runner in 3rd that was leading for the first couple laps, his heart rate is coming down. He's starting to get into the pace. Does he latch onto the back of these guys and go with them?
800, 228, so they're under 5-minute pace still.
Or does that distance continue to grow between the 1st and 2nd runner and himself? And that looks like that's going to be the case. Pace a little bit too much for him to latch onto the back. Cacciatore right now hanging out in 4th. But Pena running on the outside here for about the last couple hundred meters.
Meters. It's Lawton. Pena.
Here comes a big move. Deverin's now into 4th. I believe bib 133.
That's going to be Phillip Evans. He's from that crew from Hilton Head.
Well, it looks like Pena's going to find himself in the lead. Everybody else has fallen off this pace mightily, including the runner that he was running the last couple laps with. So Pena now coming across. He'll have some people in front of him, some slower runners.
He goes through at 3:46. He is just over 5-minute pace.
Got a cheering section right above us. And here comes number 2 and number 3. A good race between Evans and Cacciatore. Cacciatore still looks like he's very, very comfortable, running well within his limits. Moving to the outside a little bit now. And we will pick up Pena. Cheering section once again right above us. Rooting them on to try and get down below that 5:10 barrier. He knows he's got 1 to go.
4:29.
So he's got to finish up in less than 30. The race here is for second, though, Darren. Here comes Cacciatore on the outside. Really needs to put some distance on Evans here in the last lap to put it away. So Cacciatore into second, Evans into third. Pena's going to win it. We're going to stay with these guys for just a little bit, see if Evans is able to come back on him down the backstretch. Cacciatore, Evans in second. Pena's going to get the win. Here comes the kick for Evans with 55 meters to go, but it's going to be Pena to get the win.
Pena, 5:09, unofficially.
But here's the race for second and third. Can he hold him off? He's got to lean at the line. Oh, I think he got him, but not by much. He gave up just a little bit too soon. Hopefully it didn't cost him.
They gave it to Evans, 5:15. Cacciatore.
I'm not sure Cacciatore knew exactly where the line was, seeing it's a mile. But you got to hand it to Evans coming back from just a little bit off the pace and catching Cacciatore down the